Hey NEET aspirants, welcome to Unacademy NEET English. In today's video, I will be discussing that what if Re-NEET occur. See, the motive of this video is not to spread the rumors related to Re-NEET. The motive of this video is not to create any chaos. I simply want to ask a question that what if Re-NEET occur? You might be thinking that I'm already, right, there is a Re-NEET examination for 1563 students, right? So it is already occurring and we know that it is on 23rd of June and on 30th of June the result will come out. But let's say, and yes, after it there will be the hearing by the Supreme Court, right, as well as by the High Court, right? So basically what I want to say that what if the Re-NEET is there for all the NEET aspirants? What if the government agencies, what if that investigation committee, they got the proof and they will ask you for the Re-NEET, what's going to happen? See, why am I asking these questions? Because there is a bunch of students who's just demanded the re-evaluation, right? There is a bunch of students who demanded the Re-NEET. Okay, so ultimately, because questions were not just there on the grace marks, we know that, right, 1563 students, they got the grace marks, but we know that more than that particular centers, many other centers are also affected with the same thing, and such students, they didn't get any grace mark, they didn't get a chance for the Re-NEET also, and right, we are maybe not talking about them, right? As again and again I mentioned about the Manipur, Meghalaya, we don't even address that things, right? So basically we cannot say that 1563 students are affected with it, more than that. And let's say our investigating committees, let's say if they will figure it out and they'll be like, okay, fine, right, there should be the re-examination. I'll be very honest about it because I've shared this thing before and students, they took it in another way. I'll tell you later. So basically guys, I am asking this question from those who are scoring less than 600. Why? Because bache, these students those who are thinking that these students who are scoring less than 600 marks, they are thinking that if there will be a Re-NEET for all the aspirants, they might get a chance, and let's say now they are scoring 550, yeah, they are scoring 540, or they are scoring 500 or even 450, then they think that they can make it 650, that they can make it, 670, like this. So I want to ask this question from those who are scoring marks less than 600. If genuinely you are affected with all that things and you didn't get a fair chance and because of all that things you scored less, then definitely it is your right to fight for it, right? And you should. I'll encourage it. But let's say, right, because of your lack of preparation, you scored less marks, then I really don't think that you should be the one to demand for the Re-NEET. Right, because if students, there will be the Re-NEET for all of them. You have seen that as per Supreme Court, they were like 1563 students, they got the grace marks, remove the grace marks, and let's take the examination on 23rd of June. And you know that because from last 1 month, right, or I can say that like your exam was there on 5th of May, right? After that, students, they were untouched with their books. Right, they were untouched with their books. And do you think it is possible for that 1563 students to score very good marks in this particular attempt? Of course not. If anyone among them was sincere enough to study properly, then obviously he or she might score good marks, but otherwise there is no chance, right? There is no chance because there will be a pressure also. So whosoever is going to deal with that pressure in a better way, that person is going to score good marks, otherwise chances are very less. Chances are literally very less. And let's say if by any chance something came up and they were like, let's conduct the re-examination, right, for all the aspirants, so then definitely they need some time, then maybe you will get 1 month, 2 months or 3 months, right? 3-month period is not possible because that will delay the complete process, right? But let's say if you will get a time period for 1 month or for 1.5 months, do you think that you can make such big jump? If you think, yes ma'am, we can, no, I believe no. Why? Because at this point of time, see, whenever we prepare for something, okay, it's always the consistency. Literally, it is the consistency, right? If you have started preparing in the last 6 months, okay, and you are thinking that you are going to score very good marks, it is possible, but it is not easy. It is something very difficult. Let me tell you, students, it is something very, very, very difficult, right? So that momentum should be there in the things. If you are preparing consistently, obviously you will be in that flow. You will learn, you know already how to deal with the pressure, right? Because you are preparing also, right? You are practicing questions also. So you know that, right? You know that better. You are dealing with it. You are going to deal with it in a better way. But if students, like After 1 month, right, I'll say that, oh, tomorrow you are having exam. Let's say after 1 month you guys are having exam. Start studying sincerely. You are not going to. Right, it will take at least 2 to 3 days or 4 days for you to make that sitting again. Right, it will take at least 10 or 15 days for you to accept it, get something like this is happening again and we have to appear in that examination. So all what is going to happen, the stress and the stress and the stress will be there. So stop demanding for such things. Right, wherever students are affected, I really wish, and we all are fighting with it, we are still fighting with it, right, we really wish that students, they should get the justice, okay, they should get the justice, they should get the fair chance, right, but not like this. So guys, if you are scoring marks less than 600 in the if you are in the range 300, 400, 500 and you are hoping that this can happen and you will get a chance to improve your score, it's a big no. This is what I want to convey. So I will ask you two things. I will ask you two things. What do you want now? What do you want now? What do you want? Right? If you are scoring less marks. Still you want to think for Re-NEET? That's my first question. Secondly, my second question, right? Still you want to think for Re-NEET? My second question, do you want to go for NEET 2025? Or do you want to go for, you want to quit and you want to start something else? What do you want? This is what I want to ask you people, because I cannot give you false hopes. I know some of you will say, Arey, she's so negative, again she's spreading negativity, what is she saying? But that's a fact. That is a fact. It is not an exam which you guys can qualify after studying for 10 days or for a month or for 2 months or for 3 months. Let me tell you this thing very honestly. If you have studied something, you can revise that syllabus in last 3 months or in last 6 months, but you have to study. Right, you have to study. If you have prepared well, then there are chances. If you have prepared well, then there are chances that you can score good marks and you can use 1 month and 1.5 months for the revision only. So guys, you have to decide, right? If you are hoping for this, right, and your efforts were genuine and you think that you should get a fair chance, it's purely your wish. But again, you cannot just expect the things to happen. You have to work hard for it. One thing. Secondly, if you are thinking that you want to go for the NEET 2025, now it is the right time to start your preparation. Right? It is the right time to start your preparation. Third thing, if you want to quit and you want to start something, then definitely, even I'm going to encourage that, look for the better career options. Literally look for the better career options, because I know some students, they take a drop for 2 years, for 3 years, some for 4 years for this examination. Might be in NEET 2024, there are some students writing exam after their third drop, after their fourth drop, and for them it is going to be very disheartening, right? For them, my words are basically, these words are very toxic for them. I can understand that, but the reality is, guys, you cannot just waste your life for this one exam only. You have to decide what do you want to do. See, why am I using the word waste? I'll be very clear here. I know you will be thinking, what are you saying, ma'am? Right, such strong words. Yes, I am using such strong words. See, you have to realize, why do you want to be the part of this journey? Right, are you passionate enough? Right, this is something that you need to ask from yourself. Are you passionate enough? Right, or don't you know anything other than NEET, or your parents are pressurizing you? What are the conditions? If you are passionate enough, you want to qualify the NEET examination, and if let's say you have taken the drop for the second year or for the third year, you have to realize what kind of mistakes are you making. Maybe you are not studying properly. Maybe you don't know what to study. Maybe you are not improvising, right? Maybe you are just thinking that you are studying, but you are not working hard in a proper direction. Okay, because I believe if you want something very desperately, right, maybe first time you fail, second time you fail, third time, but obviously there should be some improvement. If with every drop year you are improving and still you want to give it a try, then you should go for it. But if with every drop year your marks are getting decreased, right, then obviously it's the right time to ask yourself this question, that is it worth it? Right, I'll be very honest. Is it worth it? This is what you need to ask. Okay. Secondly, as I said, if you are passionate enough to be a doctor only, right, on this channel itself, on Unacademy NEET English, you can find videos where I am explaining better career options, other career options. I'm also explaining that is MBBS worth it or not. You have to decide it by your own, right? If you want to quit and you want to start something, you want to go for a better course, it's not a problem at all. Right, it is not a problem at all, and trust me, in this journey, whatever you have learned, it is going to help you here in this thing also. Right, and guys, if you want to start for the NEET 2025, right, do not wait for further, news from the NTA side or from the Supreme Court or from the High Court. Do not wait for it. Literally do not wait for it. Right, I know some students are like that, in AIPMT, All India Pre-Medical Entrance Test, we take the example of 2015 case, right, and we say that same things are happening this time also, right, whatever, means we are relating it. But let me tell you, bache, here in this particular exam, the result was not declared, but in NEET 2024, the result is declared, right, the result is declared. Even the Re-NEET for 1563 students is before 6th of July. So 6th of July is the date of counseling. So one thing is for sure, that our authorities, they don't want to delay the counseling. They don't want to start the next academic year late. Okay, so all I want to say is, guys, that obviously re-examination will be there. It is going to change the your ranks also. It might change your ranks, right? But my point is, still, if you are in that range, that you are scoring 650, 660, 670, but because of all that, inflation, you are thinking that you might not get good college, then in that case, I'll suggest you to wait, right? But if you are scoring very less marks in the range 400, 450, 490, 500, right, then in that case, you need to start your NEET preparation if you have decided to do that, right? If you have decided to do that. But before that, ask few questions from yourself, that are you passionate about it, or are you just forced to do it, or you just taking it as an escape, right, to avoid your current situation. You don't want to stay with your family and you are thinking, yaar, I'll go to some place, I'll take the coaching, this and that. No. In that case, you're just playing with yourself. So be honest to yourself, and guys, then decide, and you know that already, right? Right, if you have decided this and if you want to go for it only, again I'll mention one thing, I am not the one who's not going to encourage other courses. Yes, it's purely your choice, but if your choice is NEET only, then of course we are here to guide you, and this is what you people can see, that we are starting our Phoenix 3.0 batch as well. Okay, we are launching our Phoenix 3.0 batch as well for the droppers. So as of now, prices are 5499. With time, they are going to, right, they are going to increase. And if you are going to join this batch at this particular price, then definitely, students, my dear students, you will have the access of all other batches on Unacademy platform. You will get the test series, you will get the PDFs, right, bache, the question practice, right, doubt solving will also be there. Okay, doubt solving will also be there. So here is your team. Okay, we are not saying that only 20 plus tests will be there. There will be so many tests. Plus, if you will join the batch now for 1 year, you will also have the access of crash course also, where you guys can revise, right? So we will finish class 11 syllabus first, then class 12, and there will be at least minimum 2 rounds of revision day, and in that rounds of revision, NCERT will be considered, bache, and a lot of practice will be there, right? So if you want to join this batch, in the description box itself there is a link, students, right, there is a link. You can go to any video, and here you guys can see in the description box there is a link. Click on that link and join the batch. Okay, click on that link and join the batch, and please start your NEET 2025 preparation if you are clear with it, right? If you are clear with it, if you believe that no, I'm going to fight for this examination, and yes, this is something that I can assure you, that this time, even you know that our education minister has given the statement, if NTA, any official from NTA is involved in this scam, they are not going to leave anyone. So basically, next year they'll be more cautious. They are not going to repeat such things, so you can go for it. All right, and next year the level of paper will also be good. So start preparing accordingly. And if you want me to tell you the another career options, right, you have to tell it to me in the comment section, guys. So decide wisely and be the part of this batch. Do not delay your preparation if you are clear that it is a need that you want to crack. So take care, study well, and please take care of your mental health and the physical health.